Webb here. I'm here to talk about the very controversial fight that's
Yeah.
been and the discussion that's been going on. That was between Max Rohskopf and Austin Hubbard.
Hubbard, yeah.
Obviously, we'll say congrats to Austin Hubbard.
Yeah.
He walked through with the victory,
Yeah.
but it's been mainly the whole story's been about Max.
Yeah.
He was undefeated, came into the UFC undefeated, and his coach, who's highly respected
Yeah.
in the UFC, Robert Drysdale. Nobody says anything bad about him.
Yeah.
But obviously, this is the hot topic going on
Yeah.
right now. So for those that living under a rock and don't know, basically we'll go ahead and walk them through it.
Yeah.
So Max, he was getting beat up. He took the fight on 5 days
Yeah,
notice,
5 days
which
notice,
that's a
yeah.
huge deal, bro.
Yeah.
It's a fucking huge deal.
Yeah.
Took the fight on 5 days notice, and he wanted to make his, if the UFC says, hey, do you want to do it? I think the
Yeah.
fighters are like,
Yeah.
fuck it,
Yeah.
I want to do it.
Opportunity.
Yeah, those kind of opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
they don't come too often.
No.
They might never come for some of them.
Yeah.
So he just took it, and basically, so he's on. He's down 2 rounds. They arguably won the first round, but the second round, people were saying it was a 10-8.
Yeah.
The camera went to him. He looked pretty defeated,
Mm-hmm.
and Coach Robert Drysdale was telling him, hey, I'm gonna call a guillotine or just take him down.
Yeah.
You're gonna wrestle him for the round, and we'll tie it or we'll win it like that.
Mm-hmm.
And what was Max saying?
To call it.
He said call it
Yeah.
about 9 times.
Yeah.
Which, when you watch the video, sounded like 100 times, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, he within that minute that they get in between rounds,
Mm-hmm.
he was shaking his head. He had his head down. All the
Yeah.
signs that you don't want to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just I don't want to
Yeah,
call it, coach.
he looked
Call
out
it.
of it,
Call
out of
it.
it, you know?
Call it. And
Yeah.
the coach wasn't wanting
Yeah.
anything about
Seemed
that.
like he was getting a little bit frustrated.
He was
with
getting
him.
frustrated
Yeah.
for sure. It's just one of those things, bro, where it's tough because it's the UFC.
Yeah.
The UFC,
Yeah.
that's the pinnacle, right?
Yeah.
The best MMA or the
Mhm.
the highest praise MMA organization in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So we talk about opportunity, but at the same time, it's just tough, man. Because I see a lot of fighters and coaches and just regular folks like us saying, "Oh, the coach is an asshole," or
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, Max is a quitter." Oh, just a bunch of shit like
Yeah.
that, and just going with both sides. And to me, bro, you kind of have to go a little bit on both, just because I wouldn't say Max is a quitter.
Oh, no, man.
Dude, Max, I mean, took it on 5 days notice. He's a young
Yeah.
kid. He's a stud, right?
He wasn't really prepared for. He wasn't. You know what I mean? Like he took it, like you say, 5 days notice. He wasn't prepared to face Hubbard.
Yeah, Austin,
Hubbard,
yeah.
Austin Hubbard. Yeah, like he wasn't. The only thing, obviously, like you say, they want an opportunity, and he wants to show himself. Like I'm here to be something in the UFC.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do, man. And I mean, Austin Hubbard, he was 12 or 11 and 4 at the time, and I mean, bro, he was established for the most part.
He already has some like 12 fights in UFC. That's a pretty good.
Yeah,
amount of
well,
fights,
more
right?
than that. He had more than that because he was 11 and 4, now 12 and 4.
Oh,
so
is he a veteran or?
I'm not exactly sure. And the fact is, though, that probably wasn't the guy to go against, especially 5 days notice.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of fighters won't take a fight against anybody unless they have a full camp.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
So it's tough, man. I mean, Robert Drysdale is a great coach. Everybody praises him, respects him, and then we do too.
Yeah,
we definitely do too. I mean, you don't get to that level unless you're elite,
mm-hmm.
and that's what was part of it. Is people are saying, this is the elite level. You can't quit. He was being the coach that he's supposed to be at the elite level, and that part I do agree. I mean, he's not gonna let his fighter quit. He's a coach. He's the coach.
Yeah,
he's a professional coach. But on the contrary to that. You almost have to put your human hat on.
Yeah. It was tough to see how he was looking down, and he wasn't in it anymore. He was just like I don't want to say he's a quitter but it's because you never probably his body. He was like, you know what, I can't do it. If I'm gonna go up there, I'm gonna get more hurt.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what if me just right now, I guess you could say quit, but I don't want to say that, but he gets injured and something like gets like a life-threatening injury or a career-ending injury because he went out there instead of just, you know what, for today I think I'm good and come again next
live
time
to fight another day. Yeah,
exactly.
And I know I agree 100%, dude, because fact of the matter is the kid didn't want to fight anymore. At the end of the day, bro, we were talking about it beforehand. If he would have said like, I don't know if I can do this, coach, or coach, I'm not feeling it, but I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah.
He literally said, I can't.
Yeah, he called it.
He said, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And the coach, you know, he so they have a relationship too. He lives with the coach.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure really close, good friends and all that.
Him very well,
knows him more than any of us that are
yeah.
talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, he literally said, no, I don't want to do it. And the fight ended because the referee, kudos to him.
Yeah, he heard it.
He heard what was going on, and he grabbed the kid, and he's like, hey, come here. Like, do you want to fight or no? And the kid is like, no, I don't want to. Mm-hmm. So he stopped it. Yeah. That's the thing. That's where it does bother me, bro, because the coach was going to force him to fight.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. You know what I mean? That's what it seemed like, you know.
And with a little quick story, now we're not fighters. We'll never be a professional fighter, ever. We're huggers, not fighters. Definitely, you know what I mean? Yeah. So here's the thing, and again, so I played high school football and all that, right? There was one time, and I'm nowhere near comparing high school football to professional sports, but just for comparison's sake, there was one time my whole entire high school career where I played scared. Yeah. It was in, this aforementioned place that I won't talk about, but just, location's sake. And couple guys were hurt. Yeah. So I knew I was going to have to play basically offense, defense, and special teams. And it was at the halftime. We had a couple guys hurt. I was kind of banged up, but I wasn't like where I couldn't play. Mm-hmm. But my mindset, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I was kind of scared. I'm like, damn, my buddies got hurt. Now I have to return the kickoff too. And I didn't want to, bro. And I was this close to saying, hey, you know what, coach? I don't want to go in. Give it to some other kid. Give it to a freshman. I don't know.
JV team.
Yeah, yeah. But I didn't, and I think pride or I don't know what. Yeah. And that only play where I was scared, I broke my foot because I got the ball and I lightly jogged. I think I even like hunched a little bit and I tried to run out of bounds, and it just, you should never play or especially fight scared or anything like that, because you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah,
and fighting,
100% concentrated,
especially fighting, bro, at that elite level. I'm glad he didn't go out there. Yeah, honestly.
Because he could have gone seriously hurt. Yeah, because he wasn't in it no more, bro. He was just like, he was out of it. He was like, you know what, I'm good right now. I don't want to fight. Yeah, because I think I feel like it was the right decision not to go, you know what I mean? Kudos, like you said, kudos to the ref.
Kudos to the ref,
because like you said, the coach seemed like he was gonna let him go.
The coach wanted him to keep fighting, dude, and again,
that's the dilemma right now.
It is the dilemma, and that's what I did have an issue with is when the bell rung, he was gonna force him to go do it. It seemed like now he's came out and said that he's the one that called it. But when you watch the video, it looks like the referee called it, or the kid called it. Yeah. Regardless of what, I'm glad he didn't continue fighting. Like I said, we're not fucking. There's people bashing the shit out of him. They're calling him quitter, pussy, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a different animal, dude, going in a cage, man.
It takes a man's man or woman to go in there and fucking fight at the elite level, bro.
Not everybody could do it, dude.
Yeah, dude. 99% of the people talking shit about him, they would never do that. Ever do that.
Because for a fact you're gonna get hurt no matter what.
Yeah. So on that aspect, Max is gonna be all right. I think he's
still
elite.
He'll
come back. We hope he comes back. But hopefully I hope the best for him, and I also hope the coach doesn't get, I don't know, blackballed or anything like that, because he's so well rounded and everybody knows about him. This is one thing where I think, like I said, I think his intentions were good. I think he wanted the best for his fighter. You know what I mean? Yeah,
he also probably was caught off guard by him. Like, wait,
I'm sure he was caught off guard too.
Because he was like, you say he was, you're gonna do this, and then he's like, oh, call it. I'm like, wait, what? He probably caught off guard, like, oh, wasn't expecting that. You know what I mean?
And then towards the end, he did say, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Yeah, you know what I mean? But again, there's no right answer in this, bro. Nah. There isn't. It's tough. It's just we said what we didn't like, and we understand certain aspects. Yeah. But we hope the best for both, especially for the kid. Yeah. Want the kid to do good.
Bounce back
Bounce back stronger than ever. This is like the most serious video we ever got. Regardless of what went on to bounce back, Dana White even said, "Hey, fuck it. He'll be all right. Yeah, he's not gonna. He's young, bro. He's young. He's young. He's a stud still. He'll beat the shit out of 99% of the people in the world.
Oh yeah, the people talking shit to him. He'll beat 99% of everybody.
Yeah, so keep your head up, kid. You got this. You got this. Who have hair?